What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Anthony Sain Show. This is, of course, your host, Anthony Sain, joined by my guy, man, producer, super producer, Kenny Stubblefield in the building. I say you're a producer all the time, man. Ain't nobody doing what my boy doing. Editing audio, video, booking guests, on the road, golf tournaments, UFC, UFC training grounds. Ain't nobody doing it like my boy, man. Most of these dudes y'all call producers ain't doing nothing hitting buttons, man, spinning records, man. Y'all ain't doing it like my boy doing out here, man. So,
hey man, I appreciate those. I appreciate those kind words, man.
Man, these whack ass radio stations, y'all don't even put up highlights on y'all damn whack ass social media, bro. Y'all ain't doing nothing, man. Talking about y'all producing what? Producing what? I'm in my
producing what?
I'm my no allows right now, bro. We gonna put some B's in my shit, bro.
Hey man, let's go.
Crummy ass producers out here, y'all ain't doing nothing, man. We're grabbing a mic and pushing buttons, man. Y'all ain't doing nothing, man. For real. Producing what? Producing what? Y'all ain't no producers out here, man. But anyway, bro, I don't know why I went off on that shit, bro. But anyway, welcome to the Anthony Sain Show. Thank y'all for coming in, checking us out. We do this twice a week, every Wednesday, every Friday. Y'all know what we do, man. Thank y'all for subscribing, man. Thank y'all for commenting, all the stuff that y'all do. Y'all know how this YouTube stuff work, man. So y'all check it out. Yep. Shout out to my audio only people, man. I see people all the time who said he listened to the show. Yeah. Never really watched the show before. When they see me out in public, not really sure if it's me or not, because they don't watch the YouTube show. So that's what's up. Thank y'all for go ahead, bro.
I'm glad you said that, because I did want to make a quick announcement just for Bluff City Media audio podcasters only. Mm-hmm. There are people that just like to listen to audio podcasts, and we understand that. One of the things that we are trying to do is figure out how to make our situation a little bit more easy for everybody to kind of, get access to the episodes. So what we're doing is, starting September 1st, we're going to create a channel, an RSS feed that is literally only this. It's just Bluff City Media. And you're going to get all of your audio podcasts. Every show that you like to listen to from Bluff City Media will be on that channel. So I'll put the link in the description of this video down below. It'll start on September 1st, but we just want to make it to where if you like Anthony's show, man, you might also like the $2 Sports Show. Yep. If you like Anthony's show, you might really like No Bluffing. If you like Anthony's show, you might want to listen to Tigers Untapped. You know what I mean? Not the Night Court Show. We want to give you access to all of it. So
yeah. So check that out. Coming very soon for my audio only people out there. Good show today, man. We got Jarvis Greer is going to join us later on in the show.
Cannot wait for this.
Yeah, to talk about his Olympic experience, man. One of the GOATs of Memphis sports media, man. Jarvis Greer, always a good time to have him on. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about the NBA season coming up with Jarvis Greer, and maybe some Tiger football stuff as well, man. With my guy Jarvis Greer, who of course played for the Tigers. We'll get his thoughts on some things coming up here in the city of Memphis and Memphis sports, and of course his time with the Olympics. But Kenny Stubblefield, since the last time we talked, man, we got our jokes off about this for the last few days, but videos, pictures, all these things have been posted about the Greek Coliseum that's going out in Orange Mountain.
Dude, it's so crazy. It's so wild.
It's so wild driving past that area and seeing what the Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium is now. And for those of you who don't know about it, SBLS is, of course, the Liberty Bowl Memorial Stadium that we all grew up on.
As Tigers Untapped likes to call it, they just nicknamed it the Liberty Hole.
No, right. The Liberty Hole, it works as well. I'm sure they had some type of frat boy dick joke that they put.
No dick joke. No frat boy. No frat boy dick jokes.
No, okay. I thought it was like a glory hole type.
They kept it clean, man. I was impressed.
They slipping, man. If I was on there with them, I would have forced them to go there, man.
Yeah, because I mean, we love our dick jokes over on.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, man, pictures have been coming out of us seeing this 1/3 of one side of the stadium that's still alive, right? And okay, here's the thing. Before we get into this, so they're gonna do one side of the stadium. They're not gonna touch until I guess next offseason, right?
Like phase 3. That's phase 3.
So there's gonna be a half-cock. We're gonna have a half-cock stadium.
Yeah.
One side, everybody is okay. That's the side where the actual TV cameras will be shooting, all right?
So the side where the TV cameras have been switched over to, no, they had to reroute wires. It was on the side that's now gone, right?
The shot was over there, not the cameras, but the shot was over there.
The cameras were over there.
So the cameras are still going to show the same side. Okay, there's nothing there now. So where are the cameras?
The cameras are going to be on the other side, facing The ruins, the Coliseum ruins.
No way, bro.
Yeah.
So if you watch a Tiger game on TV, it's not even gonna show fans at all.
No. Well, there's that little tiny section of fans right up underneath that press box because those seats
are still. So that little middle section is staying.
They're gonna be there. Those chair
wow, bro! I thought they were about to knock that whole side down.
They're staying.
Man, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Oh man. Anyway, man, but we saw the thing everybody's talking about today, because the media, we have to feel so important, right? We have to just shoehorn ourselves into actual sports conversations, right?
Of course. So,
the actual press box is gone on the other side, on the side that we see the construction on.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna say that I didn't feel something. Like I didn't have a super emotional thing or a super emotional feeling, but I do have stories to tell about that room.
Can I show that video?
Yeah, go ahead. Show the video first of that joint again. We rolled that beautiful beam footage of that joint getting told.
Yeah, the nerd in me just loves this footage, by the way. So the press box is up top. Look at that shit.
Gone.
There it is.
Man, our stuff gonna look so raggedy when the season started, bro. Poor Southern Heritage Classic, man. Like, what is that joint gonna be like? I know what y'all better put some gates up, but because the brothers can just walk up. It's happening. If we can just walk up in that joint, hey,
it's absolutely
tailgating we'll turn into the game for sure.
Yeah.
That look crazy, bro. But anyway, man, the press box did go down, and I'll just kind of share some of my quick memories and thoughts because you don't think about this stuff outside of when you think about it, right?
Right.
And I just think about, like, I pride myself on saying I'm an independent sports journalist, right? Like, that I started on my own, don't have any college degree to do this, built my own, following and community, all those type of things, right? But Gabe had to be a little baby, so this is probably 9 years ago, about 9 years ago. At first, I was doing just blogging. First, I was just running my mouth on Twitter. Then I started blogging, of course. And then my good friend Kelly Evans, who was with the Tri-State Defender at the time. She's been ESPN, undefeated. She's a free agent. I've been trying to get Kelly on forever. I got to get her on before the season starts back. But I think we were already cool, or she reached out to me or something. But anyway, we had a conversation about me coming on with Tri-State Defender and covering Tiger football.
Right.
Not a bone in my body wanted to do this, right? I'm not a college football guy. I'm not an NFL guy. But this is the advice I give to all young people who are trying to get into this industry. Sometimes you have to take stuff that you don't want to do to get to what you want to do. Yes. And I said, what about Tiger basketball? Y'all got somebody to do this? Yeah, we kind of got somebody to do that. But she was like, but actually, we got somebody to do that. So you just do football. So I came in doing football, was not a football guy at all.
Right.
Did not enjoy watching the product at all. I pulled for the University of Memphis, but I wasn't like a Tiger football fan per se.
Right.
And man, I tell you, I enjoyed that time so much just by having an open mind. It was the free food back then was Rendezvous Barbecue. Yeah. And I remember one time they went off on me because I started eating the food before they served it. I didn't know. Like it was covered up. The guy was like, "Why did you think it was covered up?" I think it went off of my ass. I was like, "All right, bro, be careful." Anyway, it was Rendezvous Barbecue back there.
Right.
I just remember that. I remember guys and that was kind of before non-mainstream media guys were even really a thing. Like here locally. And I remember some of the strange looks I would get. This tall 6'4", 6'3", 6'4" black guy. Didn't have braids at the time, but I had my hair just, wild curly hair, whatever. I just remember some of the looks I would get by guys that I have conversations with now. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I remember if I gave you $100, you wouldn't guess who the first person was who kind of reached out to me in those, who kind of extended, "Hey, what's going on? Nice to meet you," to me.
Well, I'll tell you the guy who did to me.
Who?
It blew my mind was Greg Gaston.
Same dude. You would have won that $100 if we'd have been, bro. Greg Gaston was the first dude who reached out to me.
One of the legitimately the nicest dude in sports media in Memphis, outside of maybe Jarvis, but
right. I don't have many conversations with Greg because I'm sure there's some differences because I don't have much in common with Greg. I know that. And I have a feeling if I really have conversations with him, I'll really find out some things about me and him that aren't the same, right? So I have service level conversations with Greg because he's a super nice dude. And I know if I ask Greg for anything, he'll do it. That's period. You know what I mean? And another guy was Peter Fleischer. You remember him?
I don't.
He's not in this market anymore. He used to be on the news. Super cool dude. I want to say he's worked for the Redbirds, 901 FC at one time.
Okay.
Too. He was on one of the news stations. I cannot remember, but that was my guy at the time. And he reached out to me because somebody I had media beef with. He said, yeah, I can't stand that motherfucker either. So that was a connection me and him built. I just remember being in that building, man, and just feeling like, bro, I can do this. Like I'm in the room with these other guys. I'm covering a sport I really don't care about. I don't know if those articles still exist online, but they were the biggest fluff pieces you probably ever seen in Memphis sports history, man. The articles I would write about Tiger football.
If ChatGPT was around back then,
man, I'd have been a beast. But I came up with something called the 4 Paws, right? Like PAWS.
Yeah.
And they were it was like a column I wrote every week about the game that just ended and then the next game up on the season, right? It was like review and preview. And the Paws were, I think, potential. It was potential. I know the last 2 were weaknesses and strengths. I can't remember what the P and the A were, but it was something like that. It was dope to me though, bro. I thought this shit was dope. So
yeah,
go forward and everything. Like it was just this is what I did, the 4 Paws for the week, right? But that was dope. And I just kind of built connections over time. And I kind of felt like, okay, man, I can do this. And then that turned into me doing football and basketball the next year. I can't remember who. I think Kelly left. I think she was doing basketball, then she left. And then she left me to do football and basketball. Kelly is a GOAT in this city, for real. A lot of people don't know about the Kelly Evans era here in Memphis. Like we could do a 30 for 30 about how dope she was before. A lot of this stuff was just, big time. And that turned into doing Tiger basketball. I do have some traumatizing memories in that building, though, in Summerfield. They say sometimes your heroes live long enough to be villains, right? Or be your enemies, right?
Oh no.
I'm traumatized because I said it was food there, right? And it was food like, buffet style, come get what you want type food. The first time I saw some of my local Memphis heroes, when I say heroes, bro, I'm not gonna say the names. I'll say I'm doing a commercial. When I say heroes, the first time I saw my heroes stick they nasty old white man ass fingers inside of food, eat it and dig back into it again. And the thing that's supposed to be set up for, this whole room of people to eat. I was totally disgusted because no offense, with black people, we don't do that shit at all.
Do you not have some kind of aversion to like buffet style food like that anyway? Like, don't
the fact that I saw people grabbing finger food with their fingers, eating it and digging their fingers back into it concerned me even more.
That creeps me out.
I saw 2 of my heroes do that. And one of them was stinking all up in his ass often. That also was a problem. I went to the what was the bowl game in Alabama?
The Birmingham Bowl.
Right? And one of Memphis legends was stinking in his ass. I was like, bro, there ain't no reason for you not to wash your ass when you go on this road trip. And I know you spent the night here, so I know you stayed in the hotel last night. Get on, wash your ass, bro. Bring you some clean clothes. I shouldn't smell stinking coming about your ass. I don't mean musty. I mean literally from up in your ass. I smelled this situation from one of Memphis legends. I ain't gonna put these people out here, bro. But during the commercial, I will say who was stinking in their ass, and it was the same person who was digging in with their fingers, licking their fucking fingers and digging back into the food like a fucking caveman. But I ain't gonna say who the hell it was. Kidding, Sophie. But the mother was stinking. But which also brings me back to one of the funniest moments in my time inside that press box. But it wasn't that press box. It was at the Alabama Bowl. My guy Jonah Jordan was covering the Tigers with as well. And it was me, John Martin was down there.
Yeah.
Jonah Jordan were down in Alabama covering this game, right? And I don't know who the SID was for the Tigers at the time. He was kind of a hard-nosed kind of dude, like wasn't born shit. Like he hardly ever wanted, especially people like me. He's like, man, get y'all blogger ass. Like I'm not a blogger. I write for Tri-State Defender, bro. I used to just carry that weight so hard. Like, bro, I write for an actual newspaper, dude. Like, quit playing with me. You know what I mean? So this dude was kind of a dick back at the time, bro. You weren't even doing this back then, Kenny. Like, this dude was a dick. I can't remember this dude's name for nothing. But Paxton Lynch, we had Paxton Lynch, right? This was Paxton's last game. I'm gonna get back to the press boxes, so Memphis press box in a minute. But this guy, Paxton Lynch, was here, right? And Dave Woloshin, we used to do the post game shows, right? So this is like Paxton's last game. He laid an egg, and Dave was like expecting to interview Paxton, right? Like, he's about to get his final words with, Paxton Lynch was like freaking Ja Morant at that time. Like he was the first like really good. We were finally a good team. We had this super good rock star quarterback, and he was getting ready to interview Paxton, right? And the SID would not give fucking Wolo, who's the voice of the Tigers, to Paxton. He wouldn't give it to him.
I bet that went over well.
Oh, he was like, "Oh, I gotta go." He was like, "Oh, he's gotta go." I'm sorry, Dave. He gotta go. He was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Man, this is the post game show. The fans need to hear Paxton." Like, what do you mean I can't get him? He's like, "They gotta go, but they gotta load the bus." It was obvious bullshit, bro. I just think Paxton didn't want the tough questions because it was you knew they were coming, right? Because he had like a horrible game. So you hear like not Greg Gasson, Dave Woloshin, bro, like desperately screaming Paxton's name, like he was trying to get. Like Paxton, we've been doing this for years. Like, I need you to like you could just hear this cry of like supersede the SSID and come to me, your friend you created. He's like, so he breaks out. He's like, Paxton. It's like crazy. So me and Jonah Jordan, to this day, I'll randomly just text him Paxton. It just gets bigger and bigger. It's just something we do.
Oh my God. That is so funny.
But yeah, final story for that press box, man. Final story. Here goes the last one. This has also been kind of a culmination of my, independent journalism history, right? So I'm writing for Tri-State Defender. Another cool thing before I get to that is covering the Southern Heritage Classic. I thought that was, and it's a totally different press room. It's a totally different press room. You got fans up there, people with jogging suits and JSU clothes. Like, bro, you are not media. Like, why are you up here? Totally different experience, right? So that was dope. Covering the classic as media was dope. Another just experience. I know we're going over on time. I did not mean for this to go this long, but another experience was during the height of the Colin Kaepernick stuff, right? When he was doing his protesting. I 8 times out of 10, if I'm at a sporting event and they played the national anthem, if Gabe's not with me, I'm probably 100% not standing up. But if Gabe's there, I'll stand with him, right? But this particular night in the press box, I didn't stand. I wasn't really feeling America that day, right? I wasn't feeling too much like a patriot.
Right.
Can't remember what was going on, but it was in the height of all that stuff, right? And it's crazy because people kind of took that as, people are just doing that because it's a trend. Like, it's just something to do. Like, no, this is what we feel. Like, this is what we're doing to let y'all know we don't feel too American the way we're as American as you, but we don't like the way that we're being treated in this country, right? So I didn't stand up for the national anthem that day, and I get a phone call actually from my bosses at Tri-State Defender confirming that that's what I did, because the word that got back to them that that's what I did. I didn't stand up in the press box, right? And my boss at the time, he's passed away. I cannot remember his name for nothing. Oh man, it's right on the tip of my tongue too. I feel horrible. I can't remember this man's name. He's passed away. He was the owner of Tri-State Defender.
Yeah, you've mentioned his name before.
Yeah. I can't remember. It's totally going blank. But a guy wrote an email saying, "Hey, just want to let y'all know that y'all had a guy who didn't stand up during the national anthem." And this guy who wrote the email was some dude from Arkansas or something. He from Mississippi. I don't know where he was from, but he wasn't Memphis. Maybe he didn't know that the Tri-State Defender was, America's oldest black publication, right?
Right.
Maybe he didn't know. So he called himself snitching on me, and my boss was like, "Yeah, he said I just talked to him, and yes, he did confirm that he did that." And I just want to introduce myself to you. My name is Burnell Smith. Burnell Smith, owner of the Tri-State Defender, the country's oldest black publication. He has every right to express himself in that press box or anywhere he wants, if that's what he feels to do. And I totally support him, and hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And that day I felt great. Mr. Smith wrote an article about it in the Tri-State Defender as well, about that exchange he had with that gentleman. And yeah, man, that was just an awesome moment to be backed, man. You know what I mean?
Wait a second.
Ain't felt that shit since from none of y'all.
He was only
except for what my guy Kenny here at Bluff City Media. But yeah, go ahead, bro.
He was only 45 when he passed.
He died super young, man. He was a great dude. He was really doing some things to bring Tri-State Defender back.
Wow.
And they're still doing great things to them. My guy Terry, of course, Terry Davis, works for them now. He was an amazing dude, bro, and he was really fighting. He was doing things like getting that paper passed out in the schools to inner city kids.
Wow.
Just to increase literature. to just get more eyes on the paper. They were struggling for money. He still was printing out a copy for every kid in Memphis City schools to get Shelby County schools to get a copy of the Tri-State Defender. He was doing that. Great dude, man. Just a solid guy. I want to say he's the one that started the whatever it is they do, the top 40 under 40 or Best in Black. The Best in Black award was something that he started, if I'm not mistaken, and that still lives on today. Burnell was a great dude, man, for sure. But just memories in that press box, man. I'm telling stories that you ain't gonna hear from these other dudes. I hear other about it. Everybody's just kind of doing it today, right? Gary's doing it. I heard Jeff doing it, but my stories and about some of y'all bugs might be the best. But bro, we about to take a break, man. When we come back, my guy Jarvis Greer is about to join us for the sit down with Sain. He's gonna be talking the Olympics with us and other stuff that's going on here in the city of Memphis and more. We'll see you guys soon.
The buzzword phrase of the day is implied authority. But here's the argument that's coming back from the ACC is that he had implied authority to be able to do that based on previous decisions that had been made and were agreed upon by the universities. So things could get squirrely here.
The ACC has bylaws stating that if anything changes with the media deal, they all have to be notified and agree on it. Even if he has applied authority, that means he could sign it without them. The ACC bylaws don't state that.
If he has implied authority to be able to make those decisions in terms of a media deal, he signs it and he just has to make them aware. That doesn't give them authority to veto it, right? Like they can't veto that if that's true. But if they have to sign off on it, then that the implied authority argument is null and void.
Tune in to Tigers Untapped with TJ Willis and Trey Lasley every Wednesday at 3 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
No Christmas Day game for the Grizzlies. And not that upset me. I mean, I'm fine not playing on Christmas. But it just keeps feeling like it's piling up that we are a forgotten team, and we're a forgotten team with a forgotten star. This is the year to remind them. LFG! Exclamation point.
Dang, you started like that today. Okay.
Let's go.
It's
the Remind Me Tour.
Hey, no
Grizzlies are on tour this season. It's the Remind Me Tour. Go ahead and start the hashtag. Hashtag Remind Me. Because the Grizzlies are going to remind them who they are.
Tune in to the Night Court Podcast with your hosts, Rob Fisher and Brevin Knight, on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to the Anthony Sain Show. As promised, man, I told y'all I had one of the legends in here, one of my true mentors, man, one of the heroes of mine. This is not one of the heroes that let me down, though. I told a story earlier, Jarvis, about the memories of the Liberty Bowl media room coming down. And some of the things that the media members did to let me down. Nothing major, just eating food with their fingers and double dipping and all that type. It was that type of stuff. You know, you never did anything like that. We were in separate rooms. Though. You of course doing the TV broadcast, but I would see you from time to time. But I don't have any nightmare stories of you, Jarvis Greer. Nothing but good stuff.
Well, that's good. Glad of that.
Nothing but good stuff from my man Jarvis Greer.
Nothing but love. Nothing but love.
Jarvis, I was vicariously living through you for the last couple of weeks, man. Watching you out in Paris at the 2024 Olympics, man. Look, you were having a good time. Enjoying the best days of your life, man. I think you're out there with your wife too, just doing your thing. What was that overall experience like being in Paris, watching those Olympic Games?
It was awesome, Anthony Sain, in one word. And we had planned this. My wife planned it because she's way above my pay grade. But we had planned on doing it. Say, hey, look, we're retired, not getting any younger, so we can still walk around. Let's go do some stuff. Mm-hmm. And this is one of those big things to do. And Paris is just awesome. It is. Mm-hmm. It is incredible. And, they said they spent like $1 billion cleaning it up. It was so clean, there weren't any people out there cleaning. That's how clean it was. And just to say, for all of you that have been to, all your fans that have been to New Orleans, you know, the French Quarter, and Paris is like the French Quarter times a billion. All buildings are like that with the wrought iron and the 6-7 story building, the apartments and the condo, and it's just beautiful. There are sidewalk cafes everywhere, 2 or 3 to a block, and on the other side of the street there's another 2 or 3. So you can always get something to eat or sit down and have a cafe, as they say.
Yeah.
And it was just amazing. Almost nobody there owns a car. Only about 4% of the population. It's like there's 2.5 million in Paris, but it serves 12 million, kind of like Los Angeles. And everything is public transportation. You got the metro, like the subway. You got commuter trains, buses, anything and everything. People ride bikes. We didn't see any fat Parisians. And I know because everybody's walking. They're either walking or riding a bike. And that really is something, man. If you get out and you change your thinking, you don't need a car. You can get anywhere you need to get. As long as you got a metro pass, you can just go anywhere. And it is just incredible. And the games themselves, just being there with the world. I mean, the world literally is there. We went to at the men's soccer final between Spain and France.
Yeah.
They said it took 17 hours to get to Paris from there.
Wow.
Because they're like down by Antarctica. They're way on down in the southern hemisphere. You know, it's just 8, 9 counting that we flew from Memphis to Charlotte and then Charlotte to Paris. So it took us about 9 hours. And that was, that's a pretty hefty trip, compared to it's 4,700 miles from Memphis to Paris. So it's a long way. But, it was a great trip. The people were as friendly as can be. Security, oh man, we saw like stormtroopers. I mean, they got their finger on the trigger with submachine guns, and they are trying to be conspicuous. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They know that they are there. They were everywhere. So it's kind of unsettling, but it's also kind of you feel safe because you were
settled.
They're there in case anything happens.
Yeah.
But, it's just an incredible. We're already planning on LA 28. I'll put it that way. That's how incredible the experience was.
Had y'all ever been to Paris before?
No, first time.
Oh wow.
We've been overseas before. We took the kids when they graduated high school. We went to Madrid and saw a lot of Pau Gasol stuff in Madrid when he was playing for the Grizzlies. That's how long ago that was. You go if you want to go into a store, a sporting goods store, or something like that. Beside all the Spain stuff, España, they had Pau Gasol in his Spain jersey and in his Grizzlies jersey. Those big guys, oversized things that they had.
Yeah.
Get people come in. So hey, the NBA is global, and Ja Morant is a global superstar. We went to the basketball semifinals, USA Serbia. We saw several people with Ja Morant Grizzlies jerseys, and they weren't the same. They were all different city edition jerseys, and including the regular home one, the light blue, Beale Street blue.
Yeah.
All over the black one. I had mine on, and you better believe it. And as we were going in, we saw by the VIP entrance, we saw Carmelo Anthony and his son. And he saw my Memphis jersey. He goes, "Yo, Memphis, Jarvo." Yeah, no, he didn't call my name. He said, "Ja Morant," because I'm wearing a number 12.
Yeah.
That was cool. Adam Silver did the same thing when the commissioner of the NBA when he came in just after Carmelo. So, like I said, it's really cool to know that you are recognized around the world.
Oh man, that's crazy, bro. That's a crazy story to tell for sure.
Yeah.
You mentioned that you were in Paris. You in Paris, France. A brother like me, I'm just trying to go to Paris, Tennessee. If I can just get there
up the road,
family trip, I think I'd be all right, man. But
but you mentioned you would love it, and everybody speaks English. They had a big national text the president Emmanuel Macron sent out to all the Parisians: be nice to the foreigners, be nice, because Parisians are notorious for being kind of snooty. If you don't speak their language, they won't talk to you. But everybody, we had no problem except on the metro. The very first time we used it, the ticket guy didn't really understand it, but we were able to kind of sign our way through it. And after that, there were no problems in it. People they speak English better than we do. It's like they know all these languages because, we down, right? Across the Mississippi River, there's Arkansas, right? If you look to the south, that's Mississippi. Well, in Paris, if you go across the river, that's Germany. If you go down south, Spain. If you go a couple of miles past that, it's Belgium. They got all these different countries.
Yeah, never thought about it. Yeah.
They have to know all these different languages.
Yeah, that was up though. But you mentioned Ja, who we believe is a global star. You saw evidence of that.
Superstar. He's up to any of the other greats of the NBA right now because everybody, like before we went to the game, the basketball game, the men's basketball semi, we sat in this sidewalk cafe near the arena to get something to eat. And there was this guy that came over. He saw me wearing my John Morant jersey. He goes, "Is Ja okay? How's his shoulder?" He knew he was from France. He knew everything about it. And he knew everything about the Grizzlies. He knew that this was a throwaway season because everybody was hurt. He said it was tough losing Steven Adams. He knew everything about the Grizzlies. And
man.
Favorite player was LeBron. And LeBron, they were playing France in that arena. There were LeBron fans because, LeBron is LeBron. And LeBron James and Steph Curry, they got a chance to see him. Now, he scored 36 points in that game that we saw against Serbia. And that was something because, we picked that game because we said, okay, the U.S. should be able to make it that far. So let's see if we get that game. And we got it. And then we're going there. We're down 18 points. My wife, looking at my wife, she looked at me and said, "That gummit, we spent all this money, we ain't going to lose." But we were able to pull it through.
They pulled it out, yeah.
Yeah, Steph had 36 in that game. He did the night in that game, too. And it was like, oh, yeah, this is something that we see at FedEx Forum. We see these guys all the time. But for the people that were there that don't get to see them in person, they were awestruck. Yeah. And it was an awesome performance, don't get me wrong. But seeing people like that, that you'd only seen on television from afar in another land, and then here they are right in your own country, that was really something special.
I found myself cheering for LeBron James, KD, and Steph Curry all at the same time, and I felt like I needed to take a hot shower when I was done. I felt terrible pulling for those ooze all at the same time. But man, it seemed like it was a super dope event to watch those guys. And the next question, you talked about Ja Morant, you talked about those big three guys, KD, LeBron, Steph. The legacy those guys will leave behind, not just as NBA players, but also as Olympians now. With that being said, how do you feel about the future of USA basketball looking at 2028? You mentioned Ja Morant. He's a guy that I think will definitely be there. So a couple national media guys have got Ja penciled in on their projections for those teams, et cetera. That team, et cetera. What do you think about Ja in the future of Team USA basketball?
What's the name? Grant Hill said that Ja was on the list, but they, he had that shoulder surgery and they didn't want a chance on, pulling him in too early.
Right.
And they said, okay, even though he only played 25 games last year, they said that, no, we want to make sure that you're fully healthy for the NBA season. So otherwise I think he would have done better than that.
It seems like Halliburton was there. It seems like Ja will get the spot Halliburton had. I think Ja will start. And I think it'll be him and Brunson. It'll be your guards. I don't think Halliburton's going to be on the next team. I don't
know. Halliburton's a good player, and he's like 6'6" with the long arms and all that. And Ja is just otherworldly in the things. And so, they say that we were watching them play, and defense won that game against Serbia. Defense won the game against France also in the gold medal game. But the way that the Europeans play, they can all shoot, or the internationals, I'll put it that way. They can all shoot because that's what they spend their time on doing. That NBA has kind of gravitated toward that. And, the coaches that they're bringing in, even the Grizzlies, it brought coaches in from, other countries to coach that style. But to play defense against the U.S., they were trying to clog the lane as much as they can because, in the NBA, you have defensive 3 seconds. Well, there's no defensive 3 seconds in international
play. Yep.
So you can stay in there. So would that be trouble for Ja to get in the lane? No. He'll get there.
He'll get there regardless,
Yeah, they won't be able to stop him.
Yeah, and then another thing, too, that Ja adds that this team didn't really have is a lead guard that can initiate the fast break. Like, Ja's a guy who you give him the ball on the rebound, he's gone, and guys will get out there with him. But LeBron plays a much more lethargic style of play. Even Steph, your other guard you had, plays a much more lethargic style of play. So I think
LeBron can get it and go now, even at 39 years old.
Not like Ja, though.
He made up his mind that U.S. was not going to lose that game. Yeah. And he pushed over and guarded Jokic, and Jokic couldn't do anything against LeBron.
Yeah.
And when he wanted to take off a fast break, nobody would get in his way because, he's like a locomotive running down. But, Ja get out on the break. And plus, if you got some rim runners, he'll find them, for lobs and dunks and things like that. And that team was a lot older. This USA team, they won't be back for 20. You know, all these guys are like getting long in the tooth now. I mean, if Steph made it, it would be kind of like a Diana Taurasi deal with the USA women. Because, you know, he's already, what's Steph, 35 now?
Yeah, he'll be 39 by the time those Olympics.
It's like he'll be as old as LeBron, and only LeBron can play at 39 years old.
And I don't think they're going to go by themselves. I don't think either one of those three will go unless all three are going. I don't think that's happening.
I don't think that. I don't see that either. It's going to be a changing of the guard, and shoot, Jaren Jackson Jr. may be even a part of that crew.
Yeah, it could be. I'm kind of tired of looking at Bam Adebayo, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It seems like I'm seeing a little bit too much Bam.
Well, Bam was outsized. You know, Bam's only 6'9", and he's but he's only about 6'9", and he's not, you know, like super, you know, stout or anything. He's a really good player, but you know, you need size, and you know, like Anthony Davis, you need that kind of size, and Anthony Davis, he won't be in the 28 Olympics either. Right. You know,
he said if he gets the invite, he's down. He said he wants to go.
Well, how old is he though? You know, and
he'll be
how long?
He'll be like 35 or 36, something like that, I think, in 4 years.
How long his knees will last.
Yeah, exactly. We don't know what version of Anthony Davis we might see by then. What were some of the events, Jarvis, that you went to? I know you mentioned you went to the men's soccer game. What are just some of like the hidden gem events you went to that you probably didn't have high expectations for, but you were kind of really impressed by what you saw?
Well, you know, we had no idea what to expect because we had never been to an Olympics, you know, and it's like we know these are the greatest athletes in the world, no doubt about that, and have worked hard all their lives to get here for this one shining moment and all that. But at track and field, we went to track and field. That was the first event we went to. The Stade de France. Stade de France seats 80,000. They built to host World Cup soccer matches. And it's the national stadium of France, Stade de France. And it's like beautiful. It's beautiful from the outside, but from the inside, there are no creature comforts. It's tighter packed than the Pyramid upper deck.
Oh, wow.
You are armpit to elbow. It's in front of you.
Yeah, we had people's legs coming from out of here.
The restroom, everybody in that row's got to get up and move. But you're there for the event, and the event is the top of the world. It's the Olympics. So it was really beautiful to see, and being around all the different people and cultures and all that, and everybody's waving their flags, and they got their face paint, and they're cheering for their nations and everything. But the best event that we saw was the men's 400-meter hurdles. That was Paul, the American, came out of nowhere on the backstretch. He was like in seventh place out of the final turn and nipped the runner from Great Britain at the tape. The stadium was roaring. It was going crazy. Quincy Hall, the American, coming out of nowhere and getting both at the end. The gold medalist Quincy Hall and the silver medalist from Great Britain, they both took their shoes off and laid them by the track because they retired. That was their last race. And
that's dope.
That was an awesome thing to see.
Yeah, that's dope. That was dope to watch on television. All right, Jarvis, what event did your wife take you kicking and screaming to that you didn't really want to go to, but you ended up having a good time?
Everything. So
you were down for it. Yeah, okay.
We sat down together and plotted out what do you think? We wanted to see we didn't want to stay at the same place, like swim or beach volleyball or something other like that the whole time. Split it up and see different things. So, we said, well, we got to get track and field in there. That was the first choice was the men's basketball semifinals. And so we were able to jump in and get in on that. And everything sold out, by the way. Sold out all sold out. And then the second choice was track and field. And then what was the other one we saw? Men's basketball, track and field. And we saw one other one. Doggone it. What did we see in the middle? But track and field was way cooler than I expected because when you watch a track meet, they go on forever, right? And you got like where we were sitting. If you looking at your television set, we were go NASCAR turns. We were at the apex of turns 3 and 4, right 10 rows up. So we're at the last turn before the home stretch, and the view was incredible. The pole vault pit was right in front of us. And that would be the most expected thing. American Katie Moon won the silver in the pole vault, and that was right in front of us. I mean, you could almost reach out and touch them. And she came out, with the American flag when she got the silver medal and everything. So that was probably like really cool, an unexpected thing. That
man, that's dope. That is so dope. Switching over to the NBA,
track and field, basketball.
Say it again.
Track and field, soccer, and basketball.
That was your top 3.
Yeah, the men's soccer, because they're Europeans are. Well, the world sport is soccer, right? And France had the best team in the Olympics. They beat the U.S. in pool play and pretty much murdered everybody along their way to the final, and was the defending champion. So that was really cool. We got to see the favorite and the home team against the defending champion, and Spain ended up winning in double overtime. So it was tremendous. I mean, what else? For.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I was watching vicariously through you, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. It was a great opportunity you had, man. I'm glad you. Like I said, I can't even get to Paris, Tennessee, Jarvis Greer. But yeah, fast forward to the NBA, man. At the time of this recording, we still don't have the schedule and things like that for the Grizzlies. We'll probably have that very soon as 2:00 approaches. But what are your thoughts on the Grizzlies going into this year? Not a lot of people are really predicting us to do much. There's some people that are screaming from the rooftops, hey, y'all forgot about the Grizzlies, whether that's local or national media, even guys are, hey, you're forgetting about the Grizzlies. Hey, you're forgetting about the Grizzlies. Where are you? Do you think the Grizzlies are a team that's closer to what they were 2 years ago, or a team that's not what they were last year at the bottom of the NBA? Or do you think they're a team that's going to be somewhere in that play-in range? Or what do you think about the Grizzlies this season?
Well, 2 things. I think first, out of sight, out of mind. They forgot about the Grizzlies. They forgot how good Ja Morant is. They forgot how good, Marcus Smart can be. They forgot how good Jaren Jackson Jr. is, former Defensive Player of the Year. They forgot Desmond Bain, who's the flyby king, who could be an all-star this year. They forgot how good, a healthy Brandon Clark is, a guy, you can depend on coming off the bench. They forgot about you re-signed your and Luke Kennard. So now you got depth on either wing for Ja Morant to pay. And they've definitely forgot about Ja Morant. And that boy cold. I'm telling you, I've been workout videos. I'm sure you have too. And the Ja Morant can do are just otherworldly with the
It's bizarre. Yeah.
So having said that, I would say I see him in the top 3 again. I see him in the top 2.
I do too.
Because thing number 2, a lot depends on if Zach Edey is able to play somewhat like Steven Adams did. And Zach Edey's a monster. I mean, he's a monster. And he knows how to play, and he wants to work hard. So, Summer League aside, I know he looked really good in the 1.5 games he played in Summer League. But, he was pretty much indestructible in college. He only missed 2 games, and he played all 4 years at Purdue. So I'm not really worried about that. It's how quickly can he, pick up with the speed of the game and all the guys on the main roster now. And if he can just do that pick and roll, man, and go, be big inside and gobble up a few rebounds, I think the Grizzlies are going to roll again. That's my opinion.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. We talked about the demolishing of half of Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium, right? And all those type of things. But this Tiger football team, regardless of how raggedy their home stadium may look, may be a very good team. What are some of the things you look forward to when it comes down to this Tiger football program and Coach Ryan Silverfield this year?
Well, if you look at it, they're dominating all the preseason ranking or preseason player watch lists, Like Seth Hennigan, the quarterback, is up for the Johnny Unitas Award among a whole bunch of others.
National stuff, not conference stuff. National stuff, yeah.
Yeah, national awards. Chandler Martin, who was the top linebacker, is up for was it Bronco? It's the linebacker award. The linebacker they got from Tennessee. I think the defense will shore up. That was the main shortcoming of the team last year. But with a change of defensive coordinator, Hankins coming in, he is more used to coaching the type of players that Memphis can get. While the previous coach that went to Mississippi State came here from Ohio State, he's used to having those behemoths out there. Okay, you see the ball, go get the ball. And they do it, because they're like 5-star, 350-pound, defensive linemen coming out of high school or whatever. And now Hankins has got guys that he's used to coaching, who are maybe a little bit undersized but are really good football players. So defensively, if the defense can come through and some shut down some people. Maybe, stop the run, just slow them down in the passing attack because everybody throws the ball. You're not going to totally shut out anybody, but just slow them. I think the Tigers, they're looking at a chance to run the table and get into that college football playoff. They are that good.
Mm-hmm.
Got Seth Hennigan, who is, the 4-year starter. He's the only one in college football. 4-year starter with the same school. With the same school. And he's already broken all the records. He's going to break everything else. And then you got your top wide receiver, Rock Taylor, who all the big Power 5 schools tried to make a play at, to get him to transfer. But thank you, Fred X. He's still in Memphis. Demir Blankensee is here. They got the tight end back, who like every third catch for him was a touchdown. They got the transfer running back from South Carolina, Mario Anderson. Now, I don't think he's a speed guy quite like Blake Watson was, the kid they had last year, who's now Broncos and looking pretty good on a free agent contract. But he is a guy that knows how to run, knows how to get yards. Sutton Smith is on one of the watch lists for the Paul Hornung watch list. That's a national award for the most versatile offensive player in college football. So they got talent, they got weapons at every position. The offensive line we'll see some new faces, but they got guys that transferred in from big places that look really, really good. They got depth in the offensive line now. So, I mean, they got everything that they need. Now it's just there and getting it done. Yeah, man. And I feel good, Jarvis Greer. I typically, when I hear you guys talk Tiger football, I have no clue who you're talking about. But college football, EA Sports College Football 25, I actually know who these dudes are now. I can tell you. I feel like I'm fully equipped to talk Tiger football this year, man. Because that's how you learn how to play. And if a guy is struggling in real life, I can say, "Hey, man, I know you're better than this, man. You're like an 88 overall, so I know you're better." That video game has really helped me. I feel like I know Tiger football now, man. I'm proud of myself. Jarvis, I'm proud to have you on the show, man. My guy, man, one of the greatest gentlemen to walk through the city of Memphis, man. Doing your thing here forever, man. Say it again. I appreciate you. I appreciate what you're doing, the journey that you taking. Man, trying to, yeah. But my guy. Yes. Say it again. The rocket ride to success, Anthony. Yeah, man, I'm trying to, bro. I need my bank account to line up with it, but it's all good. It's all good. Well, y'all, this is Jarvis Greer. You know him from Grind City Media. You know him from long time WMC5. You got a show that's coming on just a little bit later on. We record on Thursdays, so you guys check that out. Check that out for sure. Grizz Beat over at Grind City Media. Check that out with my guy Jarvis Greer. We're still waiting. We're waiting patiently for the NBA schedule, that Grizzlies schedule to drop. Should be dropping pretty soon. As a matter of fact, when we come back, by the time we come back from commercial, that schedule will drop. We'll be able to talk about it. And we'll see you guys for that and more here on Anthony Sain Show. We'll see you guys in a minute.
We sometimes don't go back to the old school, take advantage of your mismatch. And if you do it until the other team can stop it. A lot of times, even with the Grizzlies, I've seen where like we would have certain mismatch. We may go to it twice and we would go away from it just because of, I guess, coaching fatigue or play fatigue. We didn't do that back in the green grind era when Zach Randolph had a mismatch. We knew what was coming.
Jab.
So that's my thing with Edey. Like, if he has these mismatches and it's working, continue to feed him and allow him to pass out of the post, out of the double team, whatever they throw at him, and then we can kind of work from there. Don't overthink when Edey's out on the floor, especially late in game. If we play in a team that don't have a legit center, like I'm gonna throw somebody out there, the Warriors. What is Draymond gonna do at center trying to guard Zach Edey, bro?
Get 6 fouls in a tick.
Tune into the No Bluffing Podcast with your hosts, Christian Ingram and Evan Hayes, every Monday at 12.
We saw last year what the Memphis Tiger offense, how much they relied on Blake Watson and how much they needed a guy to that could dominate the ball carries. Every time they got the ball.
Somebody who can take the ball 15 to 20 times a game and you can rely on. Ryan has always talked about
having a workhorse back, like having one guy he can trust. Yes, you want depth, but having one guy that he can trust. Hey, I can put this ball into your stomach 15 to 20 times a game. He had that with Blake, and I think he has that with Mario. If you talk to any college football coach, any NFL coach that is going right now, yeah, you can win the game by tossing the ball around, exposing another team's secondary. But if you're serious about winning championships, you're going to run the ball and you're going to play good defense.
Tune into On the Bluff with Christian Fowler and Gabe Kuhn every Tuesday at 12 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to the Anthony Sain Show, man. Shout out to my man Jarvis Greer, man. Great interview,
Dude,
man.
He's a legend, man. I love Jarvo so much.
Yeah, and the stuff he was saying about how the amount of John Morant jerseys he saw in Paris was crazy. Y'all don't forget, man.
I had a conversation with somebody today about Ja, and they were saying that they feel like Ja is going to have a lot of work to do to get back to where he was.
Nah.
And I said, like it's going to take one monster dunk. It's going to take a 40-point game. It's going to take whatever. He's going to be fine. Like,
bro, people do not care about that crap.
They don't care about that
back
crap.
on the court, he's going to be Ja.
All this hand wringing is wild to me.
Yeah,
man.
I think people forgot that Kobe Bryant survived a rape trial. I think people forgot that, man. Like people had to forget.
Ray Lewis survived a murder trial. Like, what are we talking about? These dudes are legends. Like, I love Kobe. Like Kobe's one of my favorite, in my top two, maybe not two favorite player ever.
Mm-hmm.
That man survived a rape charge.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Well, I was trying to stretch Jarvis's segment out as much as I could, man, for the NBA schedule to drop. It's dropped since Jarvis left the show. Yeah. And we're here, man. The NBA schedule has just been released. Just quick reactions. I saw the Grizzlies have nine national television games. I'm going to tell you what I'm the most excited about as far as the Grizzlies are concerned is the MLK game. The Grizzlies take on Minnesota. They come to town.
Dude, I saw that game. That game.
It's going to be so fire, bro.
At first, I thought it was Dallas, and I was like, But then I was like, oh, that's Minnesota. Oh,
yeah, 2:30. It's the 2:30 game. The primetime game would have been cool. But in Memphis, I love that Memphis gets that midday, that 2:30. Yeah. I love that middle of the day game, bro, on an off day. It's dope.
Tell me those games inside the arena, there's not some kind of like level of like, it's like playoff atmosphere.
Yeah, it just feels different, bro. Those games feel just right. Especially I always go to the symposium every year. So leaving the symposium, then going to the game. Then you get the get that music going. Hey,
shed a tear.
It's going down, bro. It's going down. But it's gonna be a good game. I'm not the guy. I've had people ask me this type of stuff on Twitter, like, okay, you got the schedule in front of you, saying break it down. Like, bro, y'all know I'm not gonna do all this crap with y'all, bro. Here's the thing: if you're a good team, man, you're gonna find a way to win 50-something games, 50-something, 60 games. It doesn't matter how many back-to-backs you have or when you're playing and how many, like somebody was like, well, the Grizzlies don't have a lot of games where there's 6, 7, 8 winnable games in a row with no good teams in between. We're a good team, man.
If they're a top 2 team in the Western Conference,
none of that matters, bro.
They're gonna be fine. Yeah.
I didn't see anything else of note I really want to talk about. I think they got
I do love real quick. I love how Memphis Grizzlies fans automatically look for any reason to get up in arms about stuff. And I saw
go ahead.
Somebody in our Discord was like, we've only got 2 nationally televised games
not even true.
the entire year. 10 minutes later, oh, my bad.
It's not even true. I want to say it's 19 total, including NBA TV.
Yeah.
I'm down. It's going to be a good season. Plus, as the season wraps up, they're gonna add games to us because we're gonna be a hot team. So
it's called flex scheduling.
They're gonna flex us in. Yeah. So that's exactly I'm down for it, man. I can't think of anything else I want to talk about as far as the schedule is concerned, other than like I said, this is a quick reaction to it. I saw we had 9 ESPN, TNT, whatever they're doing games. Those level, and then you had 19 total. Rob Fisher does a great breakdown.
He does,
It was a Sharpie. that he does every year, so you can check him out and see what he has.
Like it's such a cluster, but it all makes sense at the same time. Like,
I saw the Atlanta. A lot of teams are doing like the little cool schedule reveal stuff. The Atlanta Hawks did a balloon pop edition thing. It was kind of funny.
Oh, they did a balloon pop one.
They did a balloon pop joint for the teams. They had like guys representing the different cities.
Oh, that's funny.
And one guy was like, one guy said something. I was like, wait a minute. I can't remember what they said. They got the reaction from, but check it out. Check out the Atlanta Hawks joint. But yeah, it's going down. I'm excited about it for sure. Number 2, Kenny Stubblefield.
Hey,
the Ja 2s, man. I told y'all, just take a breath, relax.
Them Temu ass versions that were coming out.
Get the Temu fake joints out, because I'm telling you, man, over there in China, brothers, as soon as they get a picture, they gonna build that shoe quickly.
Abracadabra.
Yeah, we saw the Temu joints, but and we're seeing the actual like real pictures of the Ja 2 coming out, and they're looking better and better, man. I think we've seen 3 colorways so far. We've seen 4.
We've seen 4 now.
Yeah, we've seen the Murray. No, the first joint we saw was the Thanos joints, the Galaxy
Thanos joints,
whatever they call them. Those
they look dope.
Yeah, those are clean. We've seen the Murray State Hall of Fame joints, but I haven't seen a real picture.
I need to see a real picture of them.
The real picture of them joints. We've seen the Halloween joints was gonna be black, red, and yellow. They look good.
Too much red for me, man.
Hey, bro. Hey, bloody man. Hey, the nightmare joints, man. Hey, that's what are they?
The
nightmare.
I'm a crip.
Right. They not like us, bro.
They not like us.
Just said it. Bro, I said the other day, white people, y'all gonna take it from. But boy, I got my boy Crip walking. So yeah, there's those joints. Then they had the what else did they drop that came out the official pictures?
The all
black came. Yeah. Some joints look good. Hey man.
The blacks? No.
No, I'm tripping. I'm tired. My man, I'm tripping. The all blacks do not look good. They look they're giving warehouse worker, restaurant.
they're giving cleaning dishes in the back of a restaurant vibes.
Especially with them waves on the side. They literally look like those shoes.
Yeah.
But hey, Ja, I get it with the whole what's the thing he did, the dark thing?
Yeah. Welcome to the dark.
Welcome to the dark. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, watch them come out though. Are the city uniforms black this year?
We're gonna talk about it. But I'm gonna say that Ja too clean, bro. And for the people who are saying they look like Kobe's, they look like Kyrie's, I think we talked about this before. That's what Nike does with their signature guys now. They give them a shoe that looks like what they wore when they didn't have a signature shoe. Like that's just kind of what it is.
What did Ja wear before he got a signature? It was like
he wore
Kobe 5s,
Kobe's and Kyrie's. Way more.
Course.
Kobe. Yeah. So they look like what he wore.
Yeah.
And I think I'm hoping that some of the things that people complained about in the last shoe, hope they fixed all those. I don't like that they took the back strap off.
I like the back strap.
The back strap was cool to me. The swoosh that turns into the back strap was cool. It's actually not that very functional though. There's not really much room to put your finger back there. I thought it was gonna be an actual back strap, but it's not on the Ja ones. That it goes all the way around, but it doesn't. You can't really grab it. But they got rid of the little ankle hump on the side. They took those off. And I hope that they fix the toe cap issues that people were complaining about
the too stiff a toe cap.
It just being narrow, where like it's kind of your toes go to sleep. Hope they fix those issues. But if it fits like a Kobe, it's probably going to.
But they fix those. You have way more Jaws than I do. Yeah. But the CNYs don't have that toe cap issue.
The Chinese New Year,
Chinese New Year.
Yep. And then the bites. The bites are my favorite ones. And those feel really good on the feet or whatever, but we'll see, man. We'll see what's going down. And I like how that middle section, the mid whatever it's called, it looks like the default thing. It's the little wave thing.
Yeah.
But they're doing different designs in that middle part. So I think they're gonna be sweet, man. I can't wait to put some on.
Are you seeing it? Let me ask you this: are we seeing like a little bit of an homage to Penny a little bit in some of those with the like little foam posit looking?
Them joints, them Hall of Fame joints are giving foam posit for real though, bro. I ain't gonna lie. But I don't think it's the foam material on them joints.
No, it's not the foam material, but it's got that look a little bit to me.
They look like the foams for real though. But I that's the one I really want to see.
Yeah,
I hope that one actually drops. I'm scared that one might be a PE though. That Hall of Fame joint.
Yeah,
but I hope that one actually drops. But yeah, man, Ja coming with the Ja 2s. I think that Thanos joint drops on October the 2nd, I believe.
Yeah.
So I'll probably go ahead and go and grab them and
So
join.
are you officially retiring the Ja ones, like purchasing, or are you gonna go to Ja? Is there any more you want to get?
Gabe has to wear all gray shoes for school. So that gray one that came out with the yellow and green,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get those for him for school. And then we forgot a color. The Ja 2 Christmas joints are nasty. The all gray, them joints got a real ornament on them joints too, bro. The Ja ornament, come on, man.
Let me wait. What? Where is it? Where'd you see that?
You
At?
ain't seen them? The Ja 2 Christmas? They're
Uh-uh.
all gray with like a gold Nike sign, and they got a Christmas ornament. The Ja logo is made into a Christmas tree, and it's hanging on the tongue.
Oh my God.
The all gray joints. Them joints nasty, bro. Yeah, they nasty. And then the middle part has got like snowflakes on the inside of it.
What?
You ain't seen it? Look it up real quick.
No, I'm looking right now.
Yeah, Ja 2 Christmas.
Ja 2 Christmas.
Yeah, them joints clean for sure.
Let's get to the next. Let's get to the next one. I'm
gonna get Gage them joints too for school because he can wear gray shoes. But speaking, clean,
yeah, dude.
them joints clean.
So the middle is like snowflakes.
Christmas. Snowflakes. Yep.
Okay, that's pretty fire.
Yeah, it's just gonna be nasty, bro. I like how they doing it. That middle part is like,
yeah. It looks like the bottom, the sole might be like a kind of a lightish blue.
I don't know, but them just nasty. Them just nasty.
Yeah.
But yeah, speaking of leak stuff, man, this is what gotta be something better to say than that. But speaking of stuff that came out,
speaking of leakage, speaking of leakage,
there's a footprint of the Grizzlies alternate jerseys that have came out today. Somebody with Sacramento Kings or some Twitter account dropped 2 pair of shorts that are believed to be the Grizzlies alternates. Just putting math together. You saw the polo shirts that the coaches were wearing. They had 50 on there.
Right.
The short that matches up with the what appears to be Memphis Sound shorts, the 50th anniversary of the Memphis Sounds. Those shorts, there's like a red. It's got some baby blue in there. It's got some gold. It's got some white. Can't really see full details of it. But the thing that stands out the most is there's a G on the side that looks like a note.
A music note.
Yeah, so it's for Grizzlies, and it's got that music note on it. That shit looks good. I'm telling you, if I'm just putting 2 and 2 together, if you're talking Memphis Sounds, it's probably gonna have that same baby blue.
If that's connected up onto the top,
yeah, it's gonna be nasty. Them just gonna be hard, bro. The red with the baby blue and white and gold.
All right, let's be real. The Memphis Sounds original alternate jersey was one of my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
Like I love the way the red and the white looked. I love simplistic, whatever. But if this is the addition of this is what the new ones are looking like.
You look at that G, right? It's because if it says Sounds with the white, but instead of just being plain white, it's got that baby blue around it, like in the font, like that G is. Yeah. That shit is gonna look good on red, bro.
Oh,
that joint is gonna look good, man. That jersey is gonna look good, bro. and I think these are real. I don't think that's a knock. There's too many signs pointing towards Memphis Sounds from the 50th anniversary of the Sounds. They had the coaches' jerseys. They did their own little Easter egg with the coaches wearing the thing with the 50th anniversary. And then you saw what was on the other side, Kenny Stubblefield, the white Vancouver throwback joints.
The best colorway ever.
Right. And it looks like the Grizzlies are going to have 2. They're going to have a city and a throwback, right?
So the city jersey is going to be that?
The red joint.
Oh, the red joint's going to be
the city for the Memphis Sounds. It's connected to the city.
Interesting.
Then the throwback is going to be the white Vancouver joint. Hey, bro, that white Vancouver jersey is one of the hottest still to this day.
Oh,
bro, if Ja is not top 3, top 1, bro, something wrong. Like, there's no way. You got 2 hot jerseys like that getting ready to drop. And you got
it's almost like Nike knew that this was going to happen because the reverse scratches.
Yeah, you got the reverse scratch, and I'm sure they're going to come out with colorways that match that red, would match that the other city joint too.
If they come out with the red Sounds colorway on the Ja 2s, I'm scooping those the first day they come out.
Yeah, but you know them other according to that color scheme, them other Jaws matched that too though.
Yeah,
the first Jaws that came out with the first color, the red joint with the baby blue and the white on it. Hey, bro, it's going down, bro. It's going down. I'm excited about all this. You know, that's my bag right there, man. The uniforms, the shoes, that stuff gets me going for sure.
I love the way that looks. If that's what they're going to look like on the court next year, sign me up, man. That's amazing.
Man. Sign me up for all of it, man. But we're about to take a break, family. When we come back, man, inside the same brain, I got something to throw out to you, man. I want to see how you spend how your day kick out your day, man. The most important meal of the day, Kenny Sofield. We're gonna see. We're gonna talk about that and more here on the Anthony Sain Show. We'll see you guys in a minute.
For the next 2 seasons, are we officially referring to Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium as the Liberty Hole?
I think Liberty Hole is hilarious. I just don't know what they have constitutes as a hole, because it's half the day.
It's a hole in the stadium.
It's bigger than a hole.
The seats that are still there, are those
Like
coming?
the chair backs?
Are they coming out or are they staying?
No, they're my parents sit there. They will be sitting there.
Who is going to sit there?
My parents, 100%, will be in those seats. The sun will no longer disappear. TJ and I will be fried every week. How weird is it going to be to just be like looking out straight at the Coliseum?
Wild.
That's I think the best part though is we'll be able to keep an eye on our cars right there, because we do park in direct sight line of that opening. So we'll be able to see if anything fishy's going on. No lie, if something happened, I would sprint across the field straight through there to that opening and straight to my vehicle.
Tune in to Tigers Untapped with TJ Willis and Trey Lasley every Wednesday at 3 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
Great day for Old Buckets on Twitter yesterday, getting Luke Kennard back on the team.
I was excited to see he's on the team. He is the best three-point shooter in the NBA. I don't understand the discourse, and I've got beef with you too about it.
I'm all for Luke staying on Beale Street. I ain't trying to get rid of him.
Yeah, well, I have a hard time believing that, Rusty, because the first thing you said was, this is a perfect contract to trade. Luke Kennard is never going to feel stable in Memphis. The first time his contract is up, they're like, okay, well, we're going to let this last until August, and then we're going to sign you for 1 year. It quells my own excitement, because I've been all offseason like, re-sign Luke. He's a 45% three-point shooter. Obviously, you're going to have to either do this again next year or trade him.
I want Luke in Memphis. I want him to stay. That's also a really good contract to pair with a John Conchar to get an $18 million wing that we can send off on 2 expiring deals.
Tune in to the $2 Sports Show with Rusty Witten and Drew Gann every Friday at 3 p.m. only on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to the Anthony Sain Show. Shout out to our guest today. Shout out to Jarvis Greer, man.
He's a goat, man.
Yeah, man, for sure. Inside the Same Brain. Well, I'll talk about something that's on the brother's mind. And Kenny, this edition is not fueled by marijuana. This probably sounds like the most marijuana-fueled one I probably had. Yeah. But it doesn't, man. Because, after a good night of smoking, you wake up hungry often, right? You wake up, even if you had the munchies and you ate bullshit the night before, you're going to wake up super hungry. But I'm going to tell you what I hate doing, bro. And that is eating breakfast.
Why?
I hate it, man. It is like, I don't enjoy most breakfast food. There are some breakfast meals that I enjoy, but I go to bed at night like, okay, bro, think of something now about what you're going to eat in the morning, because I don't feel like wasting an hour or two figuring this. I literally go to bed at night trying to think about, okay, what am I going to eat in the morning? And it's one of those things that I'm a bachelor. I live by myself. I don't really enjoy cooking either. I do enjoy eating food that I prepare myself. Right. But I do not. I hate making breakfast food, bro. I hate buying it in the store. Yeah. I hate keeping it. I always end up throwing most of it away. Yeah. I do not. For breakfast food, 99 out of 100 times, I'm going to go, 999 out of 1,000 times, I'm going to go out to eat to get this stuff. And I don't enjoy it. I never like it. Now, I'm going to tell you what I do like. Yeah. I'm a breakfast sandwich guy. Like, if I can buy a fire ass, like bacon, egg, and cheese, or steak, egg, and cheese sandwich, or a bagel, or a biscuit, or croissant, or whatever it is, I'm good on that if I find a good one of those. But as far as like the sit down plate breakfast, I play with this shit every time, bro. And I trick myself into thinking, oh, no, I'm gonna eat it this time, and that shit never happens. It never happens. And here's another question. This is gonna be real quick. Yeah. Why is there breakfast food? Like, who decided, okay, this bacon coming off a pig's ass, we're going to make this primarily a breakfast food?
Well, bacon's good for any time.
But when have you sat down and had bacon with if you remember, I get what you're saying, you get bacon on top of something or bacon on pizza or something. But when have you sat and just had bacon for dinner?
The best dinner is breakfast for dinner.
Yeah, I'll get that part. I don't agree, but I think it's trash. But I'm just saying, when have you had bacon with like green beans and mashed potatoes? Like,
no, I think definitely
you know what
for
I'm saying?
like
Who decided to make breakfast or breakfast only bacon or breakfast only food?
yeah, I don't
Sausage.
know.
Who
That's
the hell
interesting.
eat sausage? Like,
Yeah, that's interesting.
with the sides
Yeah.
and shit. You know what I mean? But you
No,
got like a
that's-
sausage and cheese plate. That's a different type of sausage though. Like breakfast sausage. Like,
yeah.
all that stuff, man. Pancakes. Like, why don't we eat that shit with greens?
So is it the food? Is it the actual food, or is it just taking the time to actually?
It's the separation of it. Like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. At 8, 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, whatever time it is, I decide to eat breakfast.
Yeah.
I'd much rather have a 10-piece with fries or or some damn greens and macaroni and cheese or something.
I feel that.
Eat that to eat the shit that's available.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that.
And then another thing that happened too, man. Like, when I was married, my ex-wife did not eat pork at all. So it was super hard to eat breakfast in the morning because I had stopped eating pork too. So I was like, it was chicken biscuits and steak and all that.
Do you eat pork now?
Yeah, I'm back on it now. I'm back on. Hey, when I got divorced, I want all my shit back.
You want all of it back?
All of it back. Hey, that transition going back to pork was crazy too, bro.
Oh, I bet.
That shit was like, yeah, it was. But the first time I tasted some bacon at a Waffle House, oh my God.
Oh,
man, it was bad. I was all the way back.
It's the environment for me for breakfast food. Like, I'm not a big breakfast meal fan. My normal routine throughout the week is like a protein shake and a bar or something like that, or just not do anything. I've kind of taken on this whole like fasting thing until like 11 o'clock a.m. or 12 p.m. And so my first actual meal is at noon most of the time. But on the weekends though, man, there is nothing better waking up in the morning and Tracy downstairs cooking a big old like breakfast casserole, or
I love that too. A breakfast casserole, I can rock with it. Like a quiche type eggy.
That's kind of our thing. Every Saturday, every Sunday morning at the house, I'll come downstairs with those. I'm telling you, man, I'm super easy. A breakfast casserole with those like little Pillsbury orange cinnamon rolls. Have you had the orange cinnamon rolls?
I had all of them.
Fire. With a big old cup of coffee, and I am set. Like that's my Sunday morning routine is a breakfast casserole with the orange cinnamon rolls.
Yeah, I'm a big cinnamon roll guy too, bro. All
right, let me ask you this. Cinnamon rolls, because I'm a cinnamon roll connoisseur.
Let's talk about.
There's a lot of things that are like really good, like local shops that do like stuff like that. Like we all know Gibson's is fire when it comes to their donuts.
Right.
But honestly, like if you had the choice, would you take those Pillsbury cinnamon rolls or
I line them up against a whole lot of shit.
A whole lot of shit.
Yep. I don't like not sour cream, but not sour cream. Cream cheese icing, right? Is your okay.
Right.
You like a wet cinnamon inside? You like it?
Oh, dude, yes. Yeah.
Okay. But do you like a lot of icing? Because to have pretty good cinnamon roll, but it's just way too much fucking icing.
Way too much icing. I'm not a big cream cheese icing fan. I want cinnamon. Like, give me as much cinnamon as possible.
Yeah. Have you seen that video? The guy made a cookie, a cinnamon roll, and a brownie mixed together.
No.
He laid down the dough, like the regular dough, right?
God.
Then he lays cookie batter. He spreads that over it. Then he rolls cinnamon, the wet cinnamon on top. And then he put the dough, cookie, brownie, and then the cinnamon on top. And he rolled it all up, and it was like a cinnamon roll that had cookie, brownie, and cinnamon roll going on at the same time.
God. Oh, God.
I'll send it to you. But yeah, I like that type of stuff, man. Pastries, all that, but like the bacon, eggs, grits, hash browns, all that. Like I'm like, bro, this shit, pancakes, all that. It just I get over it real fast. I never finish it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yep.
And I normally go to bed high a lot, so I wake up like, oh, I'm about to eat all this shit. Then when I actually get there, like I'm still, I don't know.
Yeah,
and most of my money I spend goes on breakfast because most of the lunch stuff either I can make it at home or I can go get something cheap. But most of the money I spend is going out to restaurants every damn day for breakfast.
All right, give me your top 3 breakfast sandwiches from
restaurant
or from fast food.
I'm gonna put both of these joints together. any of the toaster sandwiches from Waffle House got me.
Waffle House is low key the best in the. It's
yeah,
so
them,
good.
Them bacon, egg, and cheese or that steak, bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich at Waffle House, murder. That might be number one. Number two, it's a toss up between any of the biscuit sandwiches at Sunrise or at Biscuits and Jams. Those are my number two. Number three is I'm thinking probably that bagel in McDonald's is hitting me too. That steak, egg, and cheese bagel. When they make that mother right, can't much of nothing get out with it, and they just brought it back. So that's probably number three.
So Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit ain't got.
I think Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit is nasty. Not the
crazy.
meat, but the actual biscuit itself. That crumbly ass.
You're crazy.
Hell no. Now, when they make it right, it be good. But for the most part, I'm good on that, bro.
Nah.
Biscuit sandwich, what's the name hitting too when the biscuit is right at Bojangles, but the biscuit got to be right, bro.
But I will say this, man, like you don't get any better than just your regular old, just classic McDonald's, what is that? The bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich or something like that. The biscuit, yeah.
That biscuit kind of nasty to me too. But you know what though? I'm gonna tell you,
you're just not a biscuit fan. You like bagels more than biscuits.
If it's a biscuit, that junk gotta be right, bro. It gotta be real light and fluffy. I'm not fooling with no crispy ass biscuit, bro. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you what I thought an old man sandwich was, but actually it's good. It's an egg McMuffin, bro.
Oh man, come on.
Like, I be smacking that shit.
Yeah. Do you like it? Do you like it with the McGriddle? With the
McGriddle joint busting too. You seen this hack where people are doing the McGriddle with the Chick-fil-A sandwich on the inside? They're buying the Chick-fil-A biscuit, taking the meat out of that nasty ass biscuit.
Crazy.
I'm trying to tell you how that shit nasty. They take the chicken out of the nasty ass biscuit and stick it in the McGriddle. They take the nasty ass chicken out of McDonald's and just do a body swap, a gut swap.
A gut swap.
You get this fire ass concoction. I'm gonna have to try that joint though. I'm gonna have to try that for real. But man, we've been talking about breakfast.
You're spending $15 just on a sandwich.
Yeah, just for one sandwich.
Shit.
Yeah, man. But yeah, bro. Hey, I feel like getting high tonight. Just so I can wake up and think of something cold to concoct.
You've been talking about these bagel sandwiches from McDonald's for a minute. I need to go check it out.
Yeah, this busting, bro. That mother busting. Yeah. But they got to make it right though. The meat can't be overcooked. The bagel can't be hard. And sometimes they put too much sauce on that bad, bro. Other than that, they just be smacking.
Yep.
Smacking for real. All right, y'all. But it's been a good one, man. Shout out to my man, Jarvis Greer. For Kenny Stubblefield, this is Anthony Sain. We'll see y'all next week, man. And we out.
Thank you for listening to the Anthony Sain Show. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a rating and a review wherever you download your podcasts. Also, like and subscribe to Bluff City Media's YouTube page. For comprehensive coverage of Memphis sports, head over to www.bluffcitymedia.co and find out how you can become an insider. We will see you back here next week.